Hello.
Hey.
Good morning.
Oh, what a day.
It was quite a night for you, wasn't it?
Sure was. Hello, everyone. I'm a little hungover today, not gonna lie, but we're here.
Why don't you tell everybody what you did last night?
Well, it was my birthday power hour stream, and it worked. Went off without a hitch until the very end. I literally just like stood up and left and threw up and then went to bed, and my stream stayed on running for 7 more hours while I slept.
Yes, that about sums it up. Now, I
Yeah.
will say, we need to go back. The stream was quite iconic. It kicked off with a countdown that was straight out of Piece of Me, except it had, some of our favorite, GIF moments.
Basically our soundboard.
Basically, the soundboard. Then you really shocked everyone with the Trisha Paytas remix of the Britney Billboard 2016 medley intro. Very iconic. Then you went into Spice.
Mm-hmm.
Then you went into Britney. Then you went into a 2009 Power Hour, which really showed your ass.
Oh my God, that one was so embarrassing.
It was like half men, and it was half Jersey, half men, basically.
That's when I was making them for college.
Yeah, like you could tell when you were like, and this is not
A
for the girl.
crowd pleaser. Yeah.
Yeah. And then then you just sort of
Blacked out.
blacked out,
Like
and then you
full
did
on blacked out.
Britney 2013 Ask Me Anything, where she ducked out corner left after saying everything was cool.
Oh my God, it really was that where she just
You were.
left the laptop.
Yeah, you did that.
Oh my
And then there was
God.
some coughing, and then just the screen, and then a lot of people asking where you were. I got like a dozen DMs asking if you were dead, and I was like, I mean, not no, I don't know for a fact, but
That's so embarrassing, but like kind of iconic.
definitely the perfect. And to be honest, as I said, this is how your birthday would have ended in person or over stream. So it
Right. Like
was,
I Irish exit from places in real life normally.
yeah, you,
So I Irish exited my own live stream inside my own apartment and just went to bed like 10 feet away.
yeah, like this is what happens when you go out, where you go hard, you go to the last minute, and then you disappear. And then there's an Instagram story up the next day, and you've punched somebody in the face or given them money
No.
or bought a Christmas tree. I'm just glad there
Truly
were no
iconic.
people. But yes,
Yeah, the girls have seen worse.
it's true. But that about sums up why this is perhaps a little later than usual.
Yeah. Also, what is time anyway?
That's true too. It's also a holiday weekend, so
Mhm.
it's even more what the fuck, because everyone's just out violating quarantine to go have margaritas with their girls.
Ugh. The videos of people in pools, I'm like, what?
You know what? I can't. I won't. I just won't entertain it.
No.
And
Mm-mm. I
good
don't
for them.
like a warm pool on like a normal day, but let alone in a pandemic. Nope. Sun, absolutely not.
No choices.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
But,
Right.
instead we did a little power hour at home. So thank you to everyone who joined, drank along. I had
You
like
had
400 something people watching.
yeah, like 450 people at one point at the beginning.
Shook.
Yeah, and they kept along the whole time. It was a lot of fun. It
Oh my
really
God.
was. So I think everyone enjoyed it.
I want to do it again.
Yeah, there were a lot of requests to do it again, and honestly, that would be pretty easy to do. We'll just have to limit your
New
White
show.
Claws.
Oh my God, I never want to drink again.
But honestly, it was so legit, and it was really fun. You could just switch up the different themes and stuff for every.
Oh, I have so many ideas. You have no
Yeah.
idea. Like, it was so fun. I love doing it.
Since we can't do like Britney nights and stuff, it's like the next best thing.
Oh my God, if we have to do virtual Britney night, we could do something.
Like I'm concerned that it might have to be, because I don't see the bars opening up anytime soon.
Because I can add another little window and put muumuus
Oh my
in the
God, that
other
would be
corner.
so funny.
Could be like me on one side, you on the other side, and we can just like battle it out with like
Oh my God, we can do me against the
songs.
music.
Oh my God, I'll just like, Photoshop a little
You
wall.
can attempt to do it.
Honestly, what is it called? The limit does not exist. What's
It
the
does not
quote?
exist.
My brain is like short circuiting today.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, there's a lot we can do with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. We'll make.
But yeah, and for those of you wondering, it is still like online. I saved the file. The
Oh,
file
Twitch.
was the file was 20.2 gigabytes because it ran for 10 hours because I forgot to turn it off. But yeah, I'll get it up somewhere on yeah, because it deletes off Twitch, I think, after a week.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of
Legends Only.
Your weekly pop culture in quarantine podcast where we talk about
Live streams and tweets and
Rain on May.
Only.
Well, before we talk about that,
Yeah.
because this one, there's not really a lot going on this week in terms of the girls and my power hour.
Right.
But we did get, speaking of Britney, there were a little few updates. Shall we check in with our queen?
Oh, I guess it's time for...
So our world is going through such hard times right now. Coronavirus. And we're all staying in. Coronavirus. And we're all staying in. I burnt my gym down. So coronavirus. And we're all staying in. One thing led to another, and I burned it down.
Stream and or purchase Glory so that we can get it on the Billboard Hot 200. So Britney posted on Instagram again, confirming her TikTok obsession by dancing to Blinding Lights with Sam.
Yeah, this is really sealed the deal. She is on
Confirmed.
TikTok. She's watching. She's checking the most trending songs, and she's an active participant. She is a She's a Zoomer, and she is hip with the trends.
I just don't know why she doesn't actually do a dance.
Yeah, that
She
is an
could
interesting
easily
point.
learn these dances.
There are so many of her dances that could be TikTok dances, or she could just do the dance that is already there.
Yeah, she could
It
have
is
Oops.
Kind
Slave.
of funny that the queen of choreography is like refusing. She's only freestyling at this time.
Yeah, she's just spinning. But she could even make that a Britney TikTok dance.
Yeah, it just might be the self-confidence knee's not there to like start a trend or even attempt it, but who knows?
And her armography would work perfect because that's literally all these TikTok dances are.
Exactly. That's why it's like you realize that the Oops choreography is a TikTok dance. Like the chorus is
Ahead of her
with the
time.
arms. So I just wish, I wish she would partake, but that's fine. It seems like we're dipping our toes.
She'll get there. One day she'll have her debut trend that she latches onto.
Exactly. One day she will understand how to use TikTok. But I think we're getting closer. We have that. What else happened? Should we go straight into the main event?
Yeah, like nothing happened this week, I feel like. Or at least nothing that I
think
I was
nothing
just
that you
getting yeah, I just got rained on at the end of the week and that's all I care about.
Okay.
So
great.
shall we get into
I'll just briefly run through some tiny highlights that we have talked about. We talk about justice a lot on this podcast. We did get justice for Glitter because Mariah finally, I believe, bought the masters for Glitter and just uploaded it herself on Spotify, on streaming.
Can I confess that I've never seen Glitter?
Oh my God. You need to. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, the reviews were way over the top harsh, but
I'll
it's
add
like,
that to my list.
you'll enjoy it in a way of like burlesque. You'll enjoy it.
Okay. Is it on Netflix or anything?
I don't think
I'll try and find it. I'll buy it, whatever.
Yeah.
I've been
She can work on that
marathoning Selling Sunset on Netflix. I'm obsessed.
What's that one about?
So it's this real estate group that's in West Hollywood. And it's like these 5 girls. And it's very like The Hills meets $1 Million Listing meets like one of
Plaza
them is
Sunset?
basically a cock destroyer.
Okay.
And it's just about like the listings. So like that's fun because I'm like, oh wow, I would never be able to afford that. Love this $1 million home.
Right.
$40 million home. But then they're like so catty and just ridiculous. And the editing is really funny. But it's really well filmed. So it's just very good. Christine is the queen. And she
does she specialize in air rights?
No, but she is a Britney fan because she goes to the one girl. She's like, and like Britney Spears once said, you better work, bitch.
Oh, God.
And they were all like, yeah. And then they cheers. And I was like, oh my God, why is she me? But anyway. And then there was another quote that was like, you know, even though we're not friends and I'm not friends with you, I can still say that that was unfair what he did to you. And she was like, wait, what? Why? We're not friends? Just like it's just really good. Anyway, if you're looking for something to watch.
Okay, so we have that lined up.
New Queens of Pop.
Sunset, not Shaws of Sunset.
No, Selling Sunset.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Oh, and I'm assuming you did not watch the Drag Race anything.
Well, let me tell you something. I watched the finale, and then I binged watched a couple of the Whatchapackins on YouTube, and also one of Crystal Method's tutorials. I already know who I want to win, so I'm like...
Oh, well, we might as well say it now because I feel like, this will be the last episode before we get a winner.
Yeah. I personally, in my opinion, allegedly conspiracy theory, this is my opinion, think that Crystal Method should win, but that's just me.
Wow. Well, I personally, while I certainly, this is the season I would be happy with any of the three winning because I feel like they all bring something different to the table and they're all really like talented and wonderful in their own way. I think I've got to go Team Jada. I just think that she's been consistent, and I think like we've had different, like the artsy drag queen, the fashion twink. It would be cool to have sort of the pageant, refined, elegant queen who showed that she's more than just that. Take it, but also like they're all excellent in my opinion.
Yeah, so, it was a strong group.
So, and I definitely, I mean, obviously I was very Gigi from the beginning. James Charles from the beginning. And
that Instagram story that Gigi Good posted as James Charles.
I mean, yeah, if anyone missed it, so if you didn't know, T. Kyle genuinely thought Gigi was James Charles for a good portion of the year. And then to find out that Gigi was going to do James Charles as plan B during Drag Race's Snatch Game. You really put that in the universe.
It honestly, like, it painted a picture for everyone who maybe didn't see it.
Yes.
Because when you first sent me it, I was like, whoa, like, what did James do to his eyes?
Right.
But then I was like, oh, holy shit. It's so good. That would have been such a good Snatch Game.
It would have, yeah.
Hi, sisters.
Oh my God. Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see, but we can give a high fashion editorial shout out to RuPaul for that look.
Oh, did you say high fashion editorial?
High fashion! So editorial.
Guys, this is awesome. This is a billboard. This is super high fashion.
Oh my God, that's so high fashion.
So high fashion.
That was, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was so fucking funny and kind of brilliant because
it's like,
literally didn't have to do anything.
No.
But just sit there and have someone screenshot it and everyone's like, what the fuck? And they're all talking about it.
Yeah. I mean,
like, way to get people to talk about that's the other thing I will say is like right now it is so hard to grab people's attention to get them to watch something.
Yep.
So to do that was like free promo.
It was free promo. It's like so iconically bad that
it's awful.
It's literally a zip up from American Apparel and then like a wrestling mask, bright blue, which I mean, everyone's saying it's because she hasn't done her own makeup in 12 years, which is fine. But like, if you're going to do boy drag, isn't it just a little powder and that's it? Like, because RuPaul only does the boy look, as far as I remember, for all the reunions anyway. So it's like, I don't know. I just think it was like a very, well, it could be, to your point, intentional.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely trolling. Like, Ru knows what he's doing.
That's always true.
And so, they probably were like, we're not paying you because you don't have to get dressed.
Right.
So like,
I thought,
okay.
I thought is like, since they staged this as a pretend sleepover in some ways, it would have been cute if she did a pretend face mask and covered the exact same part of her face.
See,
if she was actually...
I feel like he was maybe playing off of that.
Yeah. Like if she did like a mask, it would even make sense with the theme and nobody would even question it. But maybe that's, maybe that's just what she wears when she's out there fracking, so I don't know.
Oh.
What?
Oh my God. What was the one tweet that said, oh my God, that was a really funny fracking tweet. And I
Oh
don't
my
even
God.
know.
Yeah. There was a lot of fracking tweets during
Wait,
this whole
okay.
weekend.
Not that this is not a Drag Race podcast, but
Right.
the whole fracking thing with RuPaul.
Right.
Is that just like a rumored meme based
No,
off
I guess
of like
I haven't even dug deep enough into it to really understand, but I guess she had mentioned offhandedly that because she has that ranch in Montana,
right, and owns a ton of land.
the land to sell water to companies
Gotcha.
for the fracking. Or didn't say fracking outright, but it was
basically it was just like,
understood.
I own all this land and there's companies that are using my land for like whatever.
Right.
And then people
something
were
to
like,
that
oh, it's
effect.
fracking.
I can't say for sure that I really dug deep
Allegedly.
into it. Allegedly, my conspiracy theory, but I have to say that the memes about the fracking are hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny.
But she's certainly unbothered anyway.
Oh, right. And then that mask thing can be brought up again in future seasons. Like I'm sure someone will do a mask like homage to it, like a like kind of like
Night of 1,000 RuPauls, and that'll be one of them.
Yeah. I mean, it would be so funny.
It really would. Yeah, that was.
Or if someone at the next year's reunion just shows up looking like that,
Right.
They all just show up in a mask.
Well, we'll see who takes it on Friday when they do a virtual finale with 5 lip syncs.
Yikes.
I have no idea. I just feel sad for them.
Yeah.
We discussed this offline, but imagine watching live, being crowned, and then just sitting back and watching your phone blow up and being like, okay,
right.
That's it. That's literally all they can do.
Yeah.
You can have all your friends and family over, but you still wouldn't get the experience of being at a club where they cheer you on and stuff.
Yeah, that is true. It's an experience.
And I mean, all of them would have been hustling their asses off, touring all the clubs right now. So they're just sitting there. It's awful.
I'm optimistic they'll have a redemption moment because I feel like the Vegas deal is pretty massive.
Yeah.
And I always was thinking of it as every season that they have, the winning group of girls, kind of like Idol, how they tour every year, would get that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm sure that
Idol's
these
Live
girls,
2003.
these girls will have a redemption moment. I'm optimistic about it.
Yeah, I agree. And also they're very beloved. I feel like this was the most well-received season in years. I feel like everyone loves everyone on the season. The shade is friendly at best. They don't actually hate each other. So It's just, I think it just went down as a really great season in spite of everything.
Yeah. Well, jeez. What a year.
What a year. Well, speaking of drag queens, there's somebody else.
You said it. I was thinking it. No.
in the most complimentary way possible, by the way. But
yes.
Yes.
We have a lot to discuss here. This is the main event.
We do.
Everyone, welcome to Chromatica.
Yeah, we've landed. Almost. We're almost there.
Now, before we get into this, I have to shout out a Twitter account.
Okay.
The Chromatica Gov account on Twitter. Have you seen this?
Yes, I've seen it. Yes.
It fucking killed me.
Yes, the little monsters in all of their creativity. Some rogue monster has created a Chromatica government account and is deciding to anoint different pop queens to different roles within the government. And there's different laws being laid down.
Yeah, you just have to go follow it. Just reading it and seeing them populated in my feed, they just crack me up.
They're frequent, and it's Princess Peach is now the Department of Transportation. I believe Britney was originally the police, but that's been relegated to Beyonce. I'm not sure, but it's...
The one about Ellen.
It's not welcome.
Oh my God.
Her visa was revoked.
Yeah, her visa to Chromatica was revoked. I was like, oh my God.
I believe Doja Cat's was under review at this time.
Oh my God. It's just, it's such a mess, but it's really funny. I got a little laugh out of that.
A little laugh. Got to laugh somehow in this quarantine.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, about our Gaga.
Oh, our Stephanie.
Oops, I don't even have the soundboard pulled up. Oh my God.
I can already hear it.
My Stephanie Geramato.
Okay, so this week we got her new single with Ariana, Rain on May.
Yes, we certainly did. And I will say, this surely because of the quarantine, the hype around this could not have been more over the top.
No,
with
it
the
was
Twitter.
ridiculous.
Truly insane.
Yeah, this is just when we had the title and the cover,
Yeah,
and that was it.
right.
And everyone's like hyping it, and I was like rolling my eyes. I was like, okay, whatever.
Right.
But I listened to this, and on first listen, I was like, holy shit, this is a bop.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I'll just get that out of the way. I think that it is definitely a win for both of them. I think the most well, I have a lot to say about it. I think the most interesting thing about it, and I don't mean it to be shady, is that Ariana's on it. I think to have Miss Grande, who's been doing her down tempo songs for a very long time, mid tempo, down tempo, to get into that break free vibe again is just shocking in a good way. And and I also really love her verse. I think it matches her vibe right now. It's like very.
I think her verse might be my favorite part of the song.
Oh, absolutely. It's like very mental health, very appropriate for her, I feel, and like very earnest. She sounds amazing, as she often does. And even more surprising, which we'll get into, is the video where we stan our dance legends, and I'm not going to put her up against them, but I was pleasantly surprised she moved at all like that.
Well, before we talk about the video, the song, I also was shocked at how well they sound together, like how good that flows.
Yeah, Gaga
I was not thinking that they were going to sound good together just because they're, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
James?
Get the hell out of my house. Who's here? Who's ringing my buzzer?
Oh my God, that was Gaga. I agree. Where Gaga goes kind of gruff and like rough around the edges, sort of, and she definitely does that in the bridge, like that, like dance in the dark sort of talk sing she does. And while Ariana's doing her like fluttery vocals, it actually works together. So I definitely love that.
I love the single cover.
Yes,
the merch,
the music. So, and I'll just my gripes with it are. Of course I have gripes. It kind of sounds like the song is already remixed. Like I feel like it is so fast, but it just might be because I'm old. But I feel like it definitely like ends abruptly for me. And I would not have had a problem with a more extended outro, more ad libs, and more like drama to each of their verses, like just a little longer. I would have loved it to be a little longer because I feel like it goes by really fast once it gets going. And I don't know, but that's just being selfish and wanting to like hear them interact a little more. Not that they didn't, like it's all over the place with them singing with each other, which is great, but I could have even had more. And I think it's a really great, I don't think it's revolutionary musically, like, which is not to get myself in trouble. Like, I think it sounds like kind of
it's
like,
not like changing the game.
No. Like,
it's just a fantastic like pop dance song.
Yeah, it's a good dance pop song.
Catchy.
But like, it sounds like sort of, it's not out of the realm of Kylie Minogue, Giorgio Moroder's recent album with the Brittany Tom Steiner. Like, it's not, it's very Euro in a lot of ways. It reminds me of my Euro girls of the 2000s, like, which is great. I love that reference. And she did a Welcome to Chromatica playlist with all of her references. There's like
which is phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, it really is.
A great playlist. It's on Spotify, not sponsored.
Definitely check that out. So I hesitate to, like, when we talked about the hype, like the moment the song came out, like Gay Times UK declared that it's possibly the new gay anthem of our generation. And I was like, we don't need to do all that. Like,
right.
Like, can we just let it simmer for a minute and like see how clearly it's going to go to number one, I believe, and like be amazing. But like, I don't know that we need to do all of that with this right now.
Well, everyone's bored.
Yeah, and you know what? They're excited, and I'm happy. It's like it really unified a lot. Well, a lot of the internet, I feel, has really enjoyed it, and a lot of people are going overboard with it. But I'm glad that everyone genuinely enjoys the escapism of it and loves it.
Speaking of going overboard and being dramatic, Did you see the memes that Ariana was tweeting before it came out?
Yes, I did.
With SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward.
Yeah, exposing their holes.
Yeah. Like someone else posted a photo of like someone spreading their ass cheeks open, and then it was like the burn mark with like Gaga, and like it was just a mess.
I loved the one of them clutching each other, except they had the Ariana pony and the Chromatica. That one's really funny. I mean, they get it. Ariana certainly gets it. She gets stan culture and the jokes and memes. So that was really funny. And it made it more exciting too.
Right. That's because, we've always talked about stan Twitter and how everyone takes it so seriously and whatever. So it was fun to see them having fun with it.
Use those memes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. And I have to say, and we've talked about this with Instant Influencer, but that countdown for YouTube just really brings me back to TRL or everything else where we actually have that exciting moment where everyone's like watching and waiting. I love that.
Oh, I love YouTube premieres.
Yeah. So that was really exciting. And yeah, everyone freaked out at the same time for sure.
Also, all of the Chromatica memes, just like the other one of do you know that Cyclops character from like Pixar or whatever?
Oh yes, the first openly lesbian monster who yes.
Yeah, Pixar made this like Cyclops lesbian, and I don't know what her name is. But then someone took it and then put like all Chromatica stuff on it, and it just like it's all so funny. The wigs with like the stamp and everything, like yeah,
totally. Yeah, no, all the Chromatica memes have been very good with like, and that girl that with the white sweatshirt hoodie that people use to put posters behind.
Oh yeah,
so good. Yeah, everyone. The reviews are all fairly positive and great. My favorite review, which I dragged today, I don't know if you saw it, was from USA Today.
Yes, this tweet was something else.
Everyone has been going in and
let me read this for y'all. Okay, so USA Today tweeted about Rain on Me, and this is what they said. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande teamed up for Rain on Me, an upbeat dance track where each singer takes a turn with a verse. They also sing together on some of the choruses.
Now, my first reaction to that, besides my tweet, was I genuinely thought that was a very funny, shady gay trying to be mean and be like, it's just a song.
Right. Like,
and then
there's
and then
like a shadiness to it.
Yeah.
But also just like a very mundane stating the obvious, like they're not wrong.
It's basically a Wikipedia description. It is a song with two singers. One singer sings first and then the other, and sometimes they both do.
Right. So it's one of those, it's like one of three scenarios. It's a gay being shady, just being like, this is a regular song.
Right.
It's some straight guy who had gotten the assignment and was like, I don't know what to fucking write, so I'm just going to say that they sing together. Or it was just like an automated bot that just like pulled a paragraph out of Wikipedia.
Big Sophie the Robot energy.
Yeah. What was the one Sophie quote where she was like, and no, I will not get a wig?
Yeah.
Something like, I forget.
I don't know, but she might have been the gay intern of the day because it certainly sounded like a robot. I am obsessed with it. And now everyone's latched on. Chrissy Teigen was like, did they forget the word for duet?
Yeah. I mean, the tweet is still up, so they're not bothered.
I know, I can't. I mean, engagement. And then I actually clicked into the article, and I was mortified to find that the whole article is like that.
Wow.
They're like, Lady Gaga,
not everyone writes like you.
Basically that. But also, this is another reminder that just because there's a flashy brand name, that doesn't mean that the writer is equipped for the job. They just hired anybody, but also especially during the pandemic.
Yeah, whatever.
But
they didn't lie in the tweet, so
they didn't lie. Did
enjoyed the laugh?
Lie?
Yeah, straight intern. Oh my god.
Would at USA Today lie?
Yeah. It's the simple things that make me laugh. I mean,
it's true.
I saw a tweet today that, and I retweeted it and posted it on my Instagram story. It's those like crowd dividers, those like metal crowd dividers with emojis of like eyes and crying.
Oh yeah.
And it just says like the rails in venues wondering where everyone is, and it's just like these emojis on crowd railings, and I was fucking cracking up.
It is the little things, isn't it?
It really is.
Well, speaking of visuals, we should probably take a deep dive into the Rain on Me visual.
Yes. The music video.
Yes. Which starts out, I think my favorite part of it, well, it's definitely a highlight in my opinion, is her surrounded by falling daggers as she's singing her verse, or they're coming down from the sky. And that explains the
Raining
single
on her.
artwork. Raining, if you will. That explains the single art, why she had a giant dagger in her thigh. I mean, I love that. That was a cool look. I thought the opening was very striking. And then, I mean, in general, I think it's interesting that, like with Stupid Love, that, you know, for some of our older gays out there, if you recall the earlier days of Gaga, we would have to get through 10 minutes of a story to get to the dance. I mean, it was kind of amazing, but it was also her brand. So this kind of trims the fat and it goes straight to the choreo. And this is the second time. Stupid Love did it too.
That's true. Stupid Love did have an intro.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Stupid Love was also introducing the new era.
Right.
So it was like, this is Chromatica.
For Gaga, that was a very conservative intro. It was very like, get you there pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, the girls these days, we don't have time.
You know, it's a TikTok world.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, it was pretty wham bam, me and Ari dancing for 3 minutes.
I think the video is phenomenal. And I will say that Lady Gaga becoming a gamer is the smartest thing that she's ever done, because you can see the influence in...
Oh, yeah. Bayonetta.
Yeah. And like, this to me is such an upgraded version of the Fame era Gaga, which is the Gaga I fell in love with. Even just like the upgraded look of like, and I was talking about this during my Power Hour, but the Spice Girls, how they had that very simple look with the shoe, and it's this very iconic, memorable brand, like the Joanne hat, like Sia wig, you know, these like iconic things. And I feel like with Gaga, the leotard has always kind of been her thing. Like when she would start with the leotards and like the padded hip and like the padded shoulders and the shoe, like that was always her thing. And this was like such an upgraded form of it. And I just loved it.
I definitely think the gaming influence, like you said, has had a huge impact on her. Like this is so Sega Genesis, once again, PlayStation, Mortal Kombat meets Bayonetta and whatever the hell else she's playing right now.
Yeah, it's like a League cinematic, League of Legends.
It literally is.
Does anyone play League of Legends listening?
Yeah.
If you do, let us know. Tweet us the video game emoji. But we play, and
it's true.
We're obsessed with like our fake queens, our 3D queens.
Right, and she's basically paying homage to that. Another big part of it that stood out among the gays, of course, was the hair switch, the look switch. At one point, they're in their signature looks, and then Ariana's hair is down, and she does sort of that House Labs eye look, while Ari's giving you high pony. I mean, Gaga's giving you high pony, and the Ari cat eye. And, you know, that just really set the internet ablaze. My favorite look, obviously, is from them from behind with their mile-long wigs.
Oh my God, that scene was so good.
That
perfect. Is a League of Legends waiting screen.
Yes, it is. And actually, I'll say also, obviously, I got all worked up and excited about the like alien sort of imagery of the album cover. It's starting to make sense with her behind that like glass, the wet glass with the rain, and also in that like test tube sort of situation with the red and the wires and stuff. Like that is kind of alien and starts to connect to the Chromatica album cover. And I was very excited to see that. I thought that was cool.
It's all so cohesive.
Yes. And there's like ample rumors of the Fortnite collaboration, because they've started building out a very Chromatica looking area in the game. And it kind of looks like the album cover art. So there's also like a weather event coming.
Right. It would also make so much sense because Fortnite did that whole thing where like the world like got sucked into a black hole and then it came back. They do stuff like that where it's just like
tweeted like what's Fortnite, I think, or who's Ninja or something.
Oh my God, that I feel like is totally gonna happen.
Yeah.
She'll probably be the next concert.
Yeah, I think so. And it just makes sense with all these gaming influences. And you know, I think she's really giving us what we need right now, if nothing else. I don't think it needed to be reinventing the wheel as much as it is just like delicious dance pop choreography, fierce looks, just all the things that like she came straight out the gate with at a much lower budget, obviously, and just doing a return to form, really.
Right? It's such and I feel like with her, I mean, we could have maybe we need to do like a separate deep dive into like our journeys with Gaga.
Yeah.
But I feel like I got lost with her when everything just lost. Like, not that she.
Well, she got lost. She said about Joanne recently. She said she was trying to fix her father and the album didn't work to do that.
Well, I guess I'll say, I mean, we've talked before with our queens and like stan culture and everything that we love eras and like themes, and that seems like it's such a thing of the past. And so to have it come back and be so cohesive and have like this world and the music and the looks and
with Dua, because everything was being done so precisely. So
right.
This is like, a return to that for sure.
And with her specifically, like but they've been like really inconsistent, I feel like.
Yeah. So she's tied it together so much tighter this time for sure. And that's been really nice. Yeah. The stan culture thing, like I will say it's going both ways. Like for some, I actually know why. Like a lot of the people who follow us are big Britney fans. And when I posted about it, like I got such negative comments on my Instagram, just like, oh, it's basic. It's an average song. And I was like, wow, like people really, I just think those stan wars are always alive and well. And like people were very defensive. And I was like, it's fun. It's good. Like, you don't have to do all that.
Yeah. I don't understand that whole, like if I don't like something, I just don't talk about it because I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure. I just think it's interesting that Gaga, maybe the broader observation is Gaga really brings out polarizing things, because at the same time, I also feel like people are doing the most with this song. So it's interesting, like it's either like the headlines that it's the next gay anthem, or people saying like she's shit and trash and whatever. And it's like, this is good and it could just be good. And we don't have to do like all that.
Right.
/ I definitely think it's one of those like major songs of the year in pop. It will definitely stand out as a moment. So, and this is just track 2 from the album. Who knows? I'm putting all my money on Sour Candy with Blackpink. So we'll see.
It really is one of the best pop songs of the year. Like this and Dua are like at the top for me.
I personally just have like a big love affair with Physical, and I always will. It just really struck a chord with me, but also all of the singles from Dua. And then it's funny, but also it does stand out is PCD, like React is
so good.
And then it's probably this and Stupid Love as far as big, huge pop glossy numbers. I don't really see, I have a ton of like cooler indie, Jessie Ware and the Chloe and Halle song and all of that. But like, as far as those huge productions, I feel like this is up there with them. But I also think that's because of Corona. Like, I don't know. I feel like things are pushed back. Things are quieter.
Yeah.
It felt like things sort of I don't feel like we're getting to experience the year as it was probably intended. So.
Right. Like I might get dragged for saying this, but like, I'll tell you, I have had absolutely no interest in going to a Lady Gaga concert in recent years.
Oh, God.
Ever since the Fame Ball, I think it was. No, the Fame Ball was fucking iconic. The Monster Ball. I went at Radio City. It was just like a visual mess. This was like the first leg of it.
I was there.
Apparently she fixed the second leg and like whatever. I don't know. I just thought it was a mess. But anyway, that's just my opinion. This, I would have bought tickets like first day. I would have been like, I want to go see Chromatica Ball.
I want to go to Chromatica Ball.
Yeah.
It's also so fun at this point. Like,
I want to go to the bar and shake my ass and go to Chromatica Ball.
Like, she always, I know, takes it way too seriously in interviews and stuff, but at the same time, and we didn't even talk about the meaning of the song, which some people were being shady and being like, it doesn't mean anything, but I think this is a perfect song for quarantine. The meaning essentially just being like, I'd rather not be doing this, but what the fuck ever, like live through this, move through this anyway, let it rain. Like,
yeah, it's perfect. So fitting.
Totally. She's done like blunt self-empowerment songs like Born This Way, which felt message-wise pretty heavy-handed for me, but I know it means a lot to other people. But like Rain on Me that the message of the song feels a little more like, well, I'll get dragged anyway, but like a little less cheesy. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Like celebratory through the bullshit. I definitely, and Ariana's verse really hits.
It's so good. And I also love, I don't think I said it yet, but Ari's black number in the video with the wings.
Oh, yes.
Is so fucking good.
Yes.
Like I was watching
Also,
this whole thing and I was like,
too.
oh my God, I need this as a skin on Misfortune. Like that would be a good Zyra skin. Like I was like, oh my God, these are so good.
I also feel like Gaga has officially conceded to like fun aunt mode, because watching them both was like, when they were together, it was so funny to watch Gaga be Gaga and do the most, especially when Hands Up to the Sky and Gaga crouches down and does 50,000 hand movements. It's like flailing like a fish. It's so funny. I mean, but that's just Gaga.
Right. Like this is a return to form for her.
It is. And she's a weirdo. She's like, but like Jan on Drag Race, she is the theater queen of pop. She
not this.
Gives you exactly. She gives you too much, and then you edit it down. Not
and
a
this
bad
was
thing. It's
just the right amount.
Yes, absolutely. So I was a big fan of it, and we don't even have to wait much longer. It's a few more days, and then we have the whole album, and there's so much music to look forward to. So I'm excited.
Week, Chromatica.
I'm ready. I'm ready to take that rocket
Venus
to Venus, and then a little further to Chromatica after stopping by the new parallel universe in Antarctica.
Well, I have Fortnite, so if that happens, I will be jumping off the plane and my little parachute down to little Chromatica stage. I'll be shaking my little virtual tits.
It would be so good. I watched the Travis Scott one. So cool.
Yeah, I tried to do the marshmallow one.
Oh, right.
And I like landed in the wrong spot of the island and like missed it. And I was like, God fucking damn it, where do I go?
Oh my God. Knowing you'll go in for the Chromatica ball online and you'll land in a bunch of daisies.
Oh.
You're like, what the fuck?
Wait, speaking of daisies.
Yes.
Can I just shout out Katy Perry's American Idol? Oh,
yes.
Momus gets attacked by his dog.
Yeah.
Her American Idol performance of Daisies.
Crazy.
Really
and
good.
I don't think enough people are aware that it happened, obviously.
No, they're not.
Yeah, she did an awesome green screen virtual performance while very pregnant of Daisies, and it made it less Someday I Will Understand vibes.
Yeah.
It made it a little more like pop art.
It looked so good. And I was like, holy shit, they pulled this off during, like, I mean, there's been very few things that I feel like have been really strong standouts for me. But this is one of them. Yeah, like we talked about the Dua like at home video of Break My Heart.
Yeah.
This I thought was really good.
And this, I know. And I
the
feel
girls are getting creative.
They're getting creative, but I feel like she's not getting her flowers or daisies.
Yeah.
Because
it's just not that strong of a lead single. I feel like it's fine, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like her story, either she's not that she's not relatable. I just don't actually know that what people want from Katy Perry in 2020, if anything at all, which is, I'm not being mean, but it's like, what is the evolution? Or in my opinion, which I've screamed about forever, I still want the dark hair sort of rock era of Circle the Drain and like
Circle the Drain.
Like I still like there's a little Alanis-esque energy that could come from her, but she keeps going toward the prism light fluffiness, and I'm like, but I know that you have the other side, and I feel like we should explore that, especially because you're like pissed that the world kind of flipped on you, and like you have that witness sort of energy.
Covering her in daisies.
Like, it would be kind of cool to have a little angst from her. That's what I think. But
see, that's where I feel like she shines with those on an album track. Like, strong lead single, and then the album's got the like grittiness.
Yeah, true.
She used to be a pearl. I love that fucking song.
Yeah, I just wonder if like she's like the Weird Al of pop, like the funny costumes, the jokey attitude. I just wonder if it's like...
Know what I think would benefit her?
What?
She has a little bit of the whole like. Do you remember when Demi Lovato hated Poot Lovato?
Yeah.
I feel like Katie doesn't embrace her. Like, I don't want to say that she's a meme, but like, I feel like if she had a little bit more of a sense of humor on social media, it might play to her favor.
Yeah, it's almost like, I mean, she does have a sense of humor, but it's like
She
corny
does.
dad joke.
Yeah. She doesn't have the social media sense of humor.
Not quite like, or she.
Like Ariana does.
Right. Well, I think that's just a bit of the generational divide, but like, I mean, it's crazy just watching the Ariana and Gaga, because a part of me, even though they're not as different as Britney and Madonna were in age, it did feel like a slight torch passing moment of being like, oh, I see, like, I just see like time moving and seeing these new queens, and it's,
I mean, they have X
the circle of
Factor.
life.
They've got the talent. They're the next girls. I feel like Miley's up there.
Yeah.
Normani.
Yeah.
Which, where's that fucking album?
Well, that's a whole other story. But no, I know. I saw a lot of like fans getting mad at the comparisons to Britney and Madonna, and I don't think it's the same. Obviously, it's not culturally the same, and either the generational difference was different too, but it does feel like it kind of is a torch passing moment. Like, Gaga was the it girl.
No, I don't know.
The it girl.
I think, well, Britney and Madonna was different because Britney was always like, oh my God, growing up, I used to watch Madonna. So it was like Idol meets.
Like, that's what Ariana did. She had a tweet from 2009 that was like standing for her.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
She retweeted and she was like, oh my God, Gaga, look. Yeah, because it's been that long. It's been over, 11 years. So,
wow.
Yeah, because if you think about it, Me Against the Music was only 5 years into Britney's career.
Wow.
And that was
iconic.
20 years into Madonna's career.
Jeez.
And we're into
12 years of Gaga.
12 years of Gaga. And arguably, like, I don't even know what I would say, 6 to 7 of Ariana. But
and 8 years of quarantine.
All I'm saying is that everyone's old and Oops turned 20.
Life may be dry, but at least we're alive.
At least we're alive.
Rain,
also,
rain,
I definitely hear the word drunk
rain.
when I hear the song.
Right?
Totally. But I think there's a slight
it's basically me
purposeful-
last night.
Very. I'd rather be drunk.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Long story short, we stan.
We definitely stan. This is a very, very good Gaga era. And also huge props to Ariana for allowing herself to push herself into Gaga's world, because Lord knows she loves her brand. She has an image. She has a silhouette. And even though it mostly held true to it, she still let herself have a little fun.
Yeah, it was just like a superhero, upgraded, exaggerated.
Yeah, and she's just so goddamn, like, beautiful.
Right?
Yeah, it's annoying.
I just love when pop stars go like above and beyond and turn themselves into superhero queens of pop.
Absolutely.
Just is refreshing.
It really is. Hopefully Gaga will rescue us, take us to Chromatica. There's no quarantine there. We'll be good.
Yep. I'll tweet at Chromatica.gov or whatever it is and see if we can
we'll purchase tickets.
Yeah.
To go on the Chromatica Express. driven by Carrie Hilson and the Carrie Ferry.
Oh my God.
They use 5G
Next
power
stop.
to get to Chromatica.
Oh, not a 5G tower. Oh my God. That they should tweet that. They should say like here on Chromatica.
We only use 5G.
3G.
Sorry, Carrie Hilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that really was the main event.
It really was. I honestly don't even know what else happened this week.
Well, there's a scuffle that I honestly don't want to get into, but we'll have to. She is truly the active fool girl of the week, and that is my queen Lana. I
don't even want to talk about. Oh my God, that was such a mess.
That was such a mess. In brighter news, Chromatica May 29th, and I'm trying to think of anything else that is coming.
June, the month of June is coming, everyone.
That's true.
Yeah, it's shocking.
It is. And
Summer.
well, in theory.
And maybe another Twitch stream. I don't know.
I definitely think that should be arranged.
Yeah, maybe I'll do, I don't know what. I still need to recover from last night's before I even think about sitting and drinking ever again.
Yeah, you should probably have a game plan for that.
Well, anyway, that pretty much sums up this week.
Yeah, it was just a lot of rain.
Yeah, it was. And it actually rained this weekend, her impact.
Oh, true. Oh, and speaking of rain, here we go. Speaking of rain, that Rihanna rain refuses to let up. Happy 15th anniversary of Rihanna Fenty's debut, Pon de Replay, May 24th.
Iconic.
15 years of Riri. Pretty crazy. And also, if you get a chance, watch her first ever like MTV News interview when they're asking her what she wants to do 5 years from now. And she's just being like humbly just being like, I just want everyone to know Rihanna and to know that like I came from an island and made it here internationally. It's pretty cool to watch.
What a queen. And stop
Truly.
leaving comments asking for R9.
Truly.
Leave her alone. She's a fucking legend. She's enough music to last.
I know.
Justice for Let Me from the first album. Just wanted to say that.
Oh, yes.
If y'all are looking
point.
for a bop, go check that
and
out.
let her run her empire. When you think about it, this is about longevity. Yes, we want that album, but like she is making a empire.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone has that.
Nope.
Anyway, I think we've covered.
Yeah, that's all for this week. So thank you everyone for listening, joining the Power Hour.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who joined in, who DM'd me their concern. I believe I got back to everyone.
Sorry. What are Saturdays for?
You don't remember.
And thank you to all of our Patreon Legends Only fans for your support.
Yes, thank you so much to everybody who is continuing to support us at patreon.com/legendsonly.
And next week, we will see you for Chromatica, and we'll have to discuss.
And maybe a deep dive coming soon.
Yeah, maybe so.
All right.
Until
Kindness
then.
helps.
Yeah.
Until then.
Signing off live from Chromatica.
We will.
See you.
And rain on you.
Ew.
Ew, wait, no. I take it back.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Bye.